King of the Ring finals from Saudi Arabia. There was a pre-show match that I think should have been on the main card, but what do I know?
Well, it was a non-tag match. It was a non-title match.
It was a title match.
Oh, I thought it was just slapped together from SmackDown.
No, it was. So what it was is Bianca and Cargill versus Candice LeRae and Indy for the women's tag team championship.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent match. I thought those ladies were really rocking that pink.
Yeah, they were. Really rocking it. Really good.
Yeah, and
I'm just wondering if Bianca's hurt.
I heard somebody say it's kayfabe. It's just for story. He's not really injured, but I don't know that for sure. Because wrestling fans talk a dime a dozen.
Right. So Bianca and Jade retain. Big surprise there. The titles are not in jeopardy, I don't think.
That finish was atrocious.
It was.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to drop those titles anytime soon.
No.
They're too dominant, I guess you would say, for women's tag.
But they're trying to keep Jade on top.
Right.
They want to keep her all the way at the top. And, Bianca already belongs there anyways. But they want to keep Jade at the top. And so they want them to keep those titles for a while. And I think the way that they lose those titles is to keep the strength of those women. Is something's going to screw over. And they're going to trouble in the home front.
Yeah.
That's how they lose them.
Yep. So the main card starts with everyone arriving to the arena. Pretty dope, I thought.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised too much, though.
What's that?
I wasn't surprised at anything so far.
First, the kickoff match for the show was Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship.
Big fan.
Good match. Really
Very
good match. A lot of back and forth. And then your boy.
Yeah, and I was waiting for him to show up, and I was like, he's got to at least do something. There's no way that she's going to be able to win this 1, 2, 3 clean on Becky. And then when I see her grab it, and Becky kept looking back like that, I was like, is he here? And then all of a sudden he comes walking out. And the good thing about that is they put that in there at the very end of the match. And the only thing that really mattered was the finish. That's the only thing that mattered with him. Nothing else really matters. So you let them have a great match all the way through and then mess up the finish. So that was really cool that they had a great match. And then the finish it didn't get messed up, but you know what I mean?
Right. So the announcers are saying that he was trying to keep the belt away from Liv's reaches.
I don't see why that is.
I don't either.
I think they're trying to sway us away from everything else.
I think it's just a storyline.
Well, and actually, if you look at it, that storyline was basically kind of like an Easter egg for wrestling fans because that was never in the show. It was in the background.
Right.
And he comes walking out of that room, and then Liv comes walking out of that room. And it was only the background. It was never said by the commentators or announcers. So, and kayfabe, oblivious to it. They didn't notice any of that. You know what I mean? Oblivious to it. So it's not in storyline. So they're just saying what they think it might be. And if you didn't see that back there, then you don't know what's really going on.
Right. So the finish, we got a new women's world champion.
Yep. Happened exactly the way I thought it was going to.
You called it. You did.
Uh-huh.
You called it.
Probably the way it should have went.
Yeah, because she
it's the
needed
only
help.
Logical way, honestly. Because straight up, she couldn't beat Becky. Straight up.
I'm not surprised.
Only some could get a clean pin on Becky.
Right.
Rhea, Charlotte, Moss. Only maybe Bailey. Only a select few could get a clean pin on her.
So, what made it kind of weird for me because I watched the video of Liv getting arrested in Florida.
Okay.
It was she had a vape, marijuana vape, and she had weed in the car. If it was just one or the other, it would have been just a misdemeanor. But with both in there, and a shit ton of money.
Well, she makes a lot of money.
I think they said that there was a check for $7,000, and then probably $4,000 worth of cash.
By herself?
Yeah, all by herself in a yellow Jeep.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't look like it did anything stick.
I think they dropped it down to misdemeanor possession.
I was going to say, I seen her on Instagram not too long ago. She bought a new golf cart to drive around her land.
Yeah. Yep. They said her real name, but I'll be damned if I can remember.
Yeah, I can't think of her real name.
But that's kind of like, okay, so she got arrested. I get that. Do they want to put as much scrutiny as they're getting right now with the whole Vince thing? Any kind of scandal or anything get people talking negatively about WWE? You'd figure they want to, back away from that.
If it's only a misdemeanor, she didn't really do anything wrong. It's somewhat legal in Florida, so it's not like she was running around with cocaine or getting busted with getting DUIs and arguing with your spouse in the middle of the road, and that kind of stuff's kind of frowned upon. I think she just got caught up, and I don't think it was really that bad. The news didn't take it away that much.
Yeah, she was on her way, I think, on her way to like an Airbnb or something like that, or
somebody got caught with weed. Nobody cares. A wrestler got caught with weed. Oh, okay. Let's make this a story. What about all the other 7,000 charges that happened that month? Oh, no, just her.
And then, the cops were trying to play it off like they didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's got wrestling shoes here. Is she a wrestler? And then, oh, she's got a thing from SmackDown. Oh, it's her SmackDown ID. Oh, the check's made out from WWE headquarters.
You hear about that golfer getting arrested like that? Dug out of his car?
Yeah, and then played the round and won the round.
Yeah. I told Jules that don't look like cops. That looks like hired security.
Probably.
Especially the way they surrounded the car like they did.
Yeah.
It's like there's a different procedures that cops do that they wouldn't surround a car.
No.
There would be somebody who stayed back for it. If anything happened, he had a line of fire on him. Not just all of you hugging one door handle trying to get somebody out of a car. It's like a bunch of monkeys humping a football.
Wasn't it for a pair of pants though?
No, he was told by another cop, I think, that he could turn and go up into the golf course. But whoever those two commando security guards were acted like he was some kind of a felon flying through the roadblock. So they stopped him, and he stopped and rolled down his window. The one security guard tried to hit his window with the freaking flashlight, and he's one of the top runner-ups to win the Open this year.
Yeah, I heard that.
It was 6:00 in the morning, headed to the golf course because you're a professional golfer, and you got some commando run up and smack your window with a freaking flashlight. Imagine how you would feel. 6 a.m. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And they arrested him. He didn't give him no incident. He just got out of the car. They did little stupid cuffs on him and brought him to the car. Those two freaking idiots, man. Anyways, back onto that. Liv Morgan.
She's free. Women's world champion.
But yeah, now that she's the women's world champion, then they play it off like nobody knows why Dom did it, like he was trying to do that. Then they had the argument in the back. I love the arguments where he's sitting there, standing right here. You can see behind me Becky Lynch and Dominic Mysterio arguing. And you don't hear
nothing.
You don't hear
nothing.
Peep. I've heard arguing. You could hear it through 3 walls. Yeah, you couldn't hear a peep.
Yeah, it was just all. Yeah.
She wants her rematch.
If it happens tonight.
Yeah. And one other thing about that too is I was watching it. I was waiting for like maybe a moment of gratitude. Maybe it was like, ha ha ha, nothing. I didn't see one single bit of interaction between Liv and Dom. Not one time did they look at each other, give each other a look or anything. There was absolutely, like, when she won it and everything like that, it looks like she didn't even know he was there.
Right.
Right.
For the way she played it off. Yeah, she didn't even know he was there. It was kind of like, okay, well, that's kind of weird.
But isn't it kind of weird how he stopped, distracting the ref as Liv was, giving her the finish?
Oh, yeah. I know he was giving her the finishing business. I know what was going on.
Yeah.
And play a WWE plays it like it's not.
I mean, that was kind of, yeah.
Or Dom's going to pull over Rikishi. I did it for Liv. I did it for Liv.
So the next match was a triple threat for the IC Championship. Otis, Bronson Reed, and So it was Sammy, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable.
Good match.
It was a real good match. I thought.
You know what they're doing? There was a lot of hot spots.
And you said it best. That was probably the best that Bronson Reed has looked.
I've never seen him do that much.
Yeah. He didn't and all the time, and he just hasn't done it on the main roster until the pay-per-view or PLE or whatever the hell we want to call it.
Yeah, but look at Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. That's a hell of a nice dance duo.
Yeah.
You get out there and do it. Yeah, any spot you guys want to pull off, they can pull it off. And then they can make Bronson look good. Look, he wasn't even no part of that. They tried to make it look like a powerbomb suplex. He was just standing there, barely pushed some thighs on a superplex. He didn't do nothing.
What was impressive is Chad Gable giving that reverse German to both Sammy and Bronson Reed.
Oh yeah,
that was impressive.
A lot of weight.
Yeah,
he's got some power though.
Yeah. So Otis attacks Bronson Reed on the outside, and Gable wanted Otis to attack Sammy when Sammy was out there, and he didn't. He hesitated.
He was listening to his gut. He didn't want to hit or beat up Sammy.
Yeah. And then Gable pushed him and smacked him, and Otis went to go give him a clothesline and hit Gable instead.
Axed Gable.
Yeah.
That's the start of the demolition of that group.
Yeah. Alpha Academy.
Yeah. It's not over.
Yeah, it's done. It's pretty much done.
Well, I don't even know where it even really started either. It was just kind of a joke.
Yeah. But I see maybe Gable aligning with the Creed brothers.
Gable?
Yeah.
It looks like he's going pretty much heel.
Right. But he was talking to the Creed brothers backstage afterwards. Or that was before.
Aren't those guys baby faces?
Yeah.
Right now.
For now.
You can turn him heel. We got enough heels though, don't we?
I think so.
AOP. We got we got the dang Heat and his friend. And then we got what? A-Town Down Under?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got The Miz and R-Truth.
This is R-Truth are on Raw though.
I know, I was just thinking of tag teams all together. Then you got DIY, so they're baby faces. Miz is baby face, but AOP is not. So yeah.
Well, technically, you throw Judgment Day in there too.
Yeah, and New Day.
They're
faces. Yeah, so you can use another heel.
Yeah. So when Otis hit Gable on the outside, left what's his bucket?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed in the corner, and Sammy hit him with a Luva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sammy
exactly the way we thought it was going to go. Yeah. Sammy retains.
Yep.
No reason to take him off him now. That's just insulting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be insulting if you took it off him.
He's definitely a worker.
Oh yeah.
And
always has been.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about him. That's why everybody loves him, is because they all root for his story. Everybody loves the underdog.
Right.
If Rudy wasn't Rudy, he'd be Tom Brady and nobody'd root for him. Everybody would flip him off and make fun of his divorce and his family and everything like that.
And his big ass dimple chin.
Exactly. But if he was Rudy, you wouldn't say that about him. You'd be like, oh yeah, get somebody. Get some, man. Come on, do it. Do it.
Yeah. So the next match was the finals for Queen of the Ring. Laya Valkyria versus Nia Jax.
My favorite match of the night. I thought they made Ira look stupid the way she approached the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not much Nia Jax brings but her size.
That's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't have, she has less moves than Ric Flair did.
She has about as many moves as she watched Yokozuna on tape.
Pretty much. Yokozuna or Earthquake.
Yeah, they both. Well, Earthquake, his little running thing was a lot different of the booty smash than Yoko's was. This is like Yoko's. But I guess she is Samoan, so she's allowed to use Yoko's.
Did you see on that finish? She didn't hold back at all, hold her weight at all. She just let it all on Lyra.
Oh yeah, she hit hard.
I thought she hurt her
too.
We don't know if she did or didn't yet, but it probably would have came out by now.
Yeah, that was
there wasn't nothing on the recap. So
one of those talk a lot people on the chat, they would probably have said something by now. There's always somebody posting something that's popping up all over the internet. There's enough people in that group. Oh, you're not on there anymore, are you?
I'm not.
No, you're not. I remember when you got hacked and the troll started,
and then never went back on.
And the hack started trolling you. He's like, I'm going to go to my other account. I'm like, okay. The other guy's like, okay. Then the hacker, the guy who hacked your account, said in your account, okay. I'm like, no way, this dude's trolling you. And he stole your account.
He was trolling hard.
Yeah, he was answering Albert in Albert's account. It was good stuff. Yeah, it was kind of some jackass stuff, but it was entertaining for me, not having any part of any of it.
So Nia won Queen of the Ring. I mean, that was kind of, yeah.
I wish they would have had Lyra go for a different approach.
I mean, it was the perfect David and Goliath situation.
Well, yeah, it was, and it always is. It always is. Even when she was going against Becky or anybody else, it always is with Nia, because that's what she is. She's the female Andre the Giant, big unstoppable force is what they call her. And then so that's what it always is. I felt like she could have.
She's going to feud with Bailey.
Who?
Nia.
They're two different shows, dude.
Plus, they've already started her and Bailey.
Is Bailey on SmackDown?
Yeah, she's a SmackDown Women's Champion.
Gotcha. I'm wrong.
The Raw Women's Champion is Liv. I was like, no, it's not Becky. Who is it? Liv now. Now it's Liv.
Yeah.
We just talked about it's Liv.
Yeah.
I mean, she was already running Nia. I'm talking about. She was already running her mouth off to Bailey.
She ran her mouth off to everybody. I don't know what she went through. They say that she went through a whole lot before she came back.
Oh, what?
Nia Jax. They said that she went through a whole lot while she was gone before she came back.
A whole lot of Taco Bell.
Oh no. They said that she went through a lot. There was a lot in her personal life going on.
I don't know. And there really wasn't a whole lot said either.
No. She's
like
got she can't
in social media.
Oh yeah.
So it's weird how they bring it up and nobody knows anything about it, except for people in close.
Well, I don't want to Google it because she beat Lyra, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. So next up, we had the finals for men's King of the Ring. Fantastic match. Little controversy, which has been addressed.
Yep, Chips addressed it.
Right.
Talking about the shoulders beat up?
Yeah.
Shoulder, yeah.
Yep. Man, was that one chop fest. Jesus.
You could tell it was starting to really annoy Randy.
Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning, he was chopping him and it was pissing him off. And you could just see it. And just Randy's facial expressions.
I think the right guy won the match. So
what do you do with Randy Orton being King of the Ring now? Honestly.
I think all of it I think everything adds up to Gunther going after Priest's title and taking Priest's title off.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does suck. But there was controversy with Gunther getting the pin, but Randy's shoulder was up, like Howard said. They both looked pretty strong in that match.
Oh, yeah.
Randy's knee, again, played a factor.
And his back.
And his back.
My neck. My back.
My back and my neck. So that was, it was a decent match, I think. Like you guys said, the right person won.
Yeah. And then now, it's everything that happened in that. Well, I think it'll still go on with Liv and Becky because of tomorrow or yesterday or the day before. But I think that that's still going to go on, but everything else is pretty much over.
Right.
Randy and Gunther aren't feuding.
No.
It was just for that. And Nia Jax and Lyra aren't going to feud. It was just for that. Liv and Bex were already feuding a little bit. I think the triple threat, that's probably pretty much over. How many times has Gable had a shot at the title?
Jesus, too freaking many.
Yeah. So I think
something I just realized too is this was the first pay-per-view with no Jey Uso in a long time.
There are a lot of people not on this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LA Knight was in the front row. That was it.
So there was breaking news after Gunther, won. Breaking news from Triple H that earlier today that Drew was cleared and he will face Damian Priest at June 6th Clash at the Castle, which is 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Roughly 2 weeks.
We'll see if they take it off Priest that early.
I don't see it happening.
They haven't had a program with him. It's just there with the title.
Yeah, he's there every night.
Yeah, and Cody's still more important than he is.
Right.
The only thing Drew's got going for him, it's in his home country, but I don't know.
I don't think that means anything anymore.
Nope, Vince was the one who didn't like homecomings.
Because, I bring them back up, but Zelina Vega in Puerto Rico.
He didn't win.
No.
Well, should have.
That was the beginning of the Trips era, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which brings us to our... What's that?
Oh, no, Priest wasn't Puerto Rican. Priest laid down for Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Yep. Brings us to our main event for the Universal World Championship, Rhodes and Logan Paul. I give it to Logan, man. This was He played the part, and the dude's got talent.
I thought it was a terrific match.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I just think he plays a heel very well. When I say he, I mean Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, it's better and natural for him.
Yeah, he couldn't be a face because he's just that kind of that douchebaggery behind him, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to annoy you in all the right ways. Annoy you with the prime, annoy you with his friends out there, all the loud talking and everything like that, and then showing off of being a great athlete and wrestler.
Yeah.
That leap he did off that top rope onto the announce table. I know some good wrestlers that can put up something like that.
I like the drone view. I went all the way around him when he was up on the top rope.
That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. So a couple spots in the match, Logan's cronies get involved outside the ring and hand Logan brass knucks, or he drills Cody Rhodes right in the bread basket, if you will. So the old, was that Gorilla Monsoon used to call it the bread basket, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then continues back and forth, neither one really gaining any type of control.
It was a brawl.
Yeah, definitely. So at the end of the match, the ref gets knocked down and Logan hits Cody with a low blow. And I thought, like, don't let it happen like that. But it didn't.
No. It almost looked like it was about to.
It looked like
those dudes
for sure.
took you on a wild ride. You thought I was like, holy cow, are they really gonna do this?
Yeah. So the guest ring announcer, I don't remember who he was. I think he's like a wrestler or something, isn't he?
I don't know.
No, I think he's one of those commentators.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So Logan went to hit Cody with the brass knucks again, and he grabbed his foot. And Logan goes, "Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell are you?" And Cody Rhodes grabs him. "I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch." And, give him the crossroads 3 times for the 1, 2, 3.
This hit pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good spot. I like that.
Yeah. It ended how it should have. It was really weird that dude got involved.
Yeah. Just kind of out of nowhere, really. But, I said it when we were watching it, is that's why you shake hands for people around the ring, because they'll be there to help you if you need it.
Oh, yeah.
Cody got put over, and Logan didn't lose anything.
No.
They both look very strong.
Yeah. And they put it on a great match.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that was the best match of the night.
Could have been.
I say it was pretty close, yeah.
It was up there with that triple threat was really good.
Yeah. And the Gunther and Randy Orton match, too, was
really good. And so was Liv and Becky.
Yeah. I mean, they were all pretty decent matches, minus Nia. That was just kind of I wasn't feeling that match at all. I wasn't really invested. Oh, I definitely wanted to.
I just knew they were going to put it on. What?
I was invested, but the wrong person won.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'll give it the pay-per-view, the PLE, whatever you want to call it, King of the Ring. I'll give it probably, I'd say
actually King and Queen of the Ring.
Touche. Thank you. I'll give it a B. Decent.
I'll give it a B plus.
A more C.
Why?
Because of Nia Jax match.
Wasn't that
sorry? Sorry, Nia.
This sucks that she won that.
Yeah.
But in the whole night, the repetitive spot of jumping over somebody off of the top rope because they woke back up, that happened in 3 different matches. And I don't know who put screws in the announce table of freaking Corey Graves and Michael Cole, but that announce table would not break. That's why they broke the other one. That one wouldn't break.
Solid.
Yeah, dude. What? 2 spots and back to back? They tried to get him to go through it and wouldn't break
2
it.
matches.
Orton tried to put Gunther through it like twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, Cody Rhodes and Logan, they tried 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yeah. That was a hard spot when he hit that.
Yeah.
He hit a Cody cutter on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't break.
Didn't go down. It was still standing when the PLE was over.
Yep.
I think that stands longer than the freaking Pyramids of Giza. Geyser, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
The other one, that's the one where he went flying through it. Logan went flying through it from the top rope. So I guess that's what it took. Full-grown man flying from a top rope onto another full-grown man. Go through a table.
That was on the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah. And at the end, the commentators shake Cody's hand and he apologizes for their table. They're like, "Oh, sorry, man." Yeah, clean this shit up, Cody.
and knock all my shit down. You spilt my water. It's hot as hell in here. It's like 9,000 degrees outside. There's camels spitting over there. There's camels pissing over there. Sounds like a big musty armpit.
Michael Cole over there screaming a bunch of stupid nonsense. That was because Logan was yelling at Michael Cole.
Yeah.
He was pissed off at him because he used the brass knuckles.
Well, yeah, he was disappointed because he said he's a liar and a cheater.
You promised, Logan. You promised.
I know, like he, pinky sweared on it.
Like, you broke your word to me. I'm just gonna go grab my ball and I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take my headset and my chair.
And then what's with the steel-plated hands?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I didn't know that Logan ever had steel plates in his hands.
I think it's just a storyline.
Yeah.
So do I.
Do some digging into that.
That's just weird. Why would you say something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous. Like, remember the Lex Luger, the running forearm, and he had the metal plate in his arm. So, like, when he hits somebody, he knocks you out flat cold. Just corny.